Everyone tells you you need some giant, confusing marketing funnel to get real estate leads. But the truth is that a complex funnel is just a quick way to lose a ton of money. You really only need one simple system. At the end of the day, you really just want more buyer or seller leads. So you try everything. You start boosting posts on social media, posting on social media, doing a variety of dances and short videos. You'll even go buy cold leads, and worst of all, you'll buy shared leads. But instead of getting more clients, you either end up with nothing or you end up super busy. The thing is, in the USA, when we hear super busy, we think good, we think positive, and that's just a success trap. Busy is the substitute for efficient. Many realtors never add up how many hours it took them to get paid after commission and net and what they really make per hour. As an agent, you just have events that you complete and then you're just waiting for the next event. And you might make really good money, but you may be working nonstop. You're a slave to your phone. So the problem isn't that you're not working hard, it's that you have a job or a successful prison. I'm Zach Pittman, and just a few years ago, I was driving 2 hours to and from work and working during lunch hours just to try and provide a regular / amazing life for my children. I was stuck in this work nonstop, be super busy cycle. I realized that doing random marketing just wasn't the answer. So I decided to build digital marketing systems, and now I live with my family in Spain. My goal is to help real estate agents to find their own freedom. So let's break down the best marketing funnel for buyers or sellers, and this is loosely based on the accelerator system from realestatedigipro.com. The focus is one system that runs your business, which could be a combination of systems from your firm or the best systems that exist out there on the web, and interconnecting those systems to run efficiently. But remember, complexity is a silent killer, so we're going to keep it simple. Step one is to find your blue elephant. This is your brand. Before we build a funnel, you must stand out. You have to decide who your audience is, who you're speaking to, because too many agents say, I will buy or sell any house, and you don't want to do that. If you're trying to do everything for everyone, you'll do nothing for no one, and you'll just be invisible, lost in all of the content that exists out there, because no one knows you're speaking to them, because you're not saying, I work with first-time home buyers, or I specialize in selling luxury homes, or I work with executives who are relocating. You need to pick a lane, and that helps people in our brains to put you in a box, to understand what you do. And it's an unfortunate truth that with psychology, people put you in a box, so pick a box. And don't think of the box as a negative thing. That allows you to become a key person of influence. Once you've done that, you go to step 2, which is just a simple trade of value. Most agents will put together ads that say, who's interested in selling a home? Who's looking to buy a home in XYZ city or on Main Street? And you don't really get many results from that. You get tire kickers, you get what they call bad leads. I don't believe there's a such thing as really bad leads, to be quite honest. So what you need to do to get good leads is offer a trade. You need to have something of value that you give to people without anything in return or expecting anything in return to get their email in return, because you're giving them value. When you do that, you now have valuable information. I wouldn't see it as a lead, you now have information. For example, a PDF on the 5 things you should fix before you sell your home. You get their email address and their name, give them the PDF. The idea isn't that you really have a lead at this point. What you have is a contact that you then are building trust with. And I really hope one day we can get away from this whole word of lead. That could be the problem in the first place. Step 3 is where most agents fail. They fail to stop the leaky bucket. Most agents are doing everything by hand. They have a referral business, they're going to events, they're writing things manually in Excel or on paper, still paper handouts at open houses, and then manually picking up the phone to call new leads, and then following up with their own SMS that they're typing out, going to meet them in person for coffee, driving them around to all the houses, letting them in the houses, writing the contracts by hand. Add up how much work that is and tell me how much you make per hour. And then these same agents will say, I need more people, I need more leads. Where you put them in the bucket, but all of those manual tasks are holes in a system, because it's too easy for people to fall through those holes. So if you bring in 1,000 leads, How can you handle all that? Heck, if you bring in 20 leads, how are you gonna handle all that? So you need to plug these holes with a system by either automating, eliminating, or delegating tasks. This is where the system comes into play. Everything should run while you're spending time sleeping and spending time with your kids, and that's simple emails, SMS, having the ads run, follow-up, AI calling them. It could be schedulers, it could be anything that you can automate or have someone else do that still keeps you profitable. And then step 4 is the inbound close. Since your system's doing all of the hard work, it's building trust, it's allowing them to know your brand, it's making them feel comfortable. At some point when they are ready to buy, they will raise their hand and either answer an SMS, your phone call, your AI, your email, your social, whatever it is, to raise their hand and say, I am ready. Or in most cases today, what that usually is somebody referred me to you. So any of those things in your system can happen by that system continuously running. So you're not chasing anyone. You can calm down. Your nervous system can reset. This is where systems beat effort. And this is why I say being busy is not always the best thing. Imagine waking up in a place that you love. It could be the beach, it could be Italy. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what I did this morning. I woke up, I did my priming, I then got my girls ready for school, kissed them on the forehead, my wife took them to school. I then watched some YouTube videos on sales and mindset. I got my workout in, I then took a shower, I then made breakfast, which was eggs and some fruits and a protein shake. And then after I got dressed, I went and saw a realtor, funny enough, to check on a unit. I did that. And then I texted with some people, and then I had to go to the bank. And then I got to the office at like 11. And now I'm shooting this video. So we're almost at lunchtime, but I know I already have all of these systems that are doing a lot of heavy lifting for me. It creates a lifestyle business. It allows you to focus on your family and building wealth for success, but most importantly, it allows you to focus on yourself. Freedom is not luck, it's by design. So I want to know, how do you get leads right now, and what way do you follow up with them? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.